Okay, unit 3 is a pretty quick packet. Solve the equation 3 minus, I nicely put a 1 in front of the x because you're gonna need to deal with the 1. Okay. Now here's why there's a 1. Anytime 1 has a minus, okay, you need to apply a 1. Anytime it's got a minus, I've applied that for you. So I'm looking over here. My operations with the x are 3 minus 1, that'd be 3 plus negative 1, then 1 times x. See, it's not just 1, it's negative 1, okay? So, I circle my multiplier, I take out the outside number, okay? If you have multiplication division, you want to circle that. And then you got negative 1 times x. 14 minus 3 is 11. Then if you have divide, you undo that with multiplication. It's just simple inverse operations, okay? 11 divided by negative 1 is negative 11. Okay, negative 6x equals negative 60, so you're going to want to make a wall on the side because that's where you're looking at your operators at. Okay, there's no symbol, that means times. So, that's the only operation I really have on that side, okay? See up here, I keep going back that one, but you do actually have multiplication when you have a minus in front of a variable. It's a multiplier of negative 1. Okay. Okay, so the only operation I have is the times. Okay, so I take care of that by dividing. Negative 60 divided by negative 6 is 10. Okay, negative 14 equals negative 5 plus 3x, so x is over here. So between the 5 and the 3, plus negative 5 and 3. 3 and x is times. You want to kind of highlight your times or divide if you have it. Okay, so you have to take out your negative 5. That's like a minus 5, so you'd add 5. So negative 14 plus 5 is negative 9. And over here you have 3 times x. Now you take out the multiplying number by doing the opposite, which is divide. So you have x, negative 9 divided by 3 is negative 3. Okay, number 5, I see trouble. The reason I see trouble is because you can see two x's, two different x's. Now, they are on the same side. So if they're on the same side, we just round them up with a v and add. Okay. Line up your equals. You have a value of 5 on that side. And then with your x, your only x you're going to have 5 plus 2 is 7. Now you also have the minus 23. If you want to make it plus negative, go for it. So x ends up on this side with a times 7 and a plus negative 23. So I highlight the times. I do have to, so there's two numbers on that side that we need to get rid of. So the outside number, I just try to get that to 0 by adding or subtracting. So it would be plus 23. 5 plus 23 is 28, and then 7 times x. Okay, 28 divided by 7 is 4. Yeah, that's a real short packet. That's really all you got to know, though. Okay, we have a parentheses, so we need to apply the distributive property with rainbows. I want that as a plus negative, so I apply that. So I multiply the 3, first times the 4x, and I don't care if you're writing this out, it's up to you, and then times the negative 8. So that's 12x, and that's negative 24. So then we line the plus up. We have 3 times 4x was 12x, 3 times negative 8 is negative 24, and then the other side you have 12. So you have the x hanging here. Two numbers means two operations, so a times and a plus negative. So I highlight the times. Got to take the negative 24 to 0. So add 24. Remember, it's all like a number line. If you're at negative and you have to get to 0, you're moving forward, which means you're adding. If you're at a positive getting to 0, you're moving backwards, which means you're subtracting. Okay, then divide by 12. And 36 divided by 12 is 3. Okay, my next problem. Okay, we got double parentheses. That's not a problem. If you want to put a 1 there, that's fine. Some people do, some people don't. Some people know that that's going to be 7x. Without putting the 1, it's up to you. So I take 7 times 1x and 7 times 3. So that's 7x and 21. Then over here, 6 times 1x, 6 times negative 3. So 6x, negative 18. Okay, I think we need to simplify that equation so that the x's go to 1, but this time they are on opposite sides, so you don't make the v if they're on opposite sides. You need to pick one of the two, it doesn't matter, and take it out, get it to 0. Let's pick the 6x. So take that to 0x, I would subtract x, because 0x means you wouldn't have an x. So you subtract it. So it's 1x plus 21, negative 18. Now, if you end up with a 1x, you can really just get rid of the 1. Okay, it's up to you. You can keep it there if you want, but really if it's 1x, because 1 times anything is kind of itself, so 1 times x would be x. So if I go that route and take off the 1, I just have the plus 21. I don't have multiplying or dividing, I just minus 21. And negative 18 minus 21 is negative 39. Okay, what do we got going on over here? Well, x divided by 4 minus 7 equals 6, okay? So the operations are divide and minus, plus negative. You want to circle divide just like you do with times. So you add 7 to each side. 6 plus 7 is 13. Now you have the division operation. The opposite of divide is to times. So I times by 4. 13 times 4 is 52. Okay, negative 4/5 x equals 20. So you got your times right there. Remember, that's not division. The x would be on the line if it was division. It's a times operator. So you don't have any outside numbers that are added, so you go straight into your dividing. By negative 4/5 by negative 4/5. Now you could punch that into a calculator. 20 divided by negative 4 ABC5. That's cool if you do that. Negative 25. Or, least we forget, we could also write out 20 divided by negative 4/5. You would put a 1 to match it, but then you would need to switch that to times and flip to 5 over negative 4. So that's going to be 100 and negative 4. So then you divide that, it's negative 25. Okay. Okay, story problems. The fare for a taxi cab is $5. It also costs 50 cents per mile. That's supposed to say fare. The fare for the trip from the airport to the convention center was $11.50. How many miles did the cab drive? So you got dollars and miles. Miles is X, dollars is Y. Okay, dollars per mile is 50 cents, 0.50 times X. Okay, then make your table. So dollars is Y, miles is X. Okay, so we go 0, 1, 2. Now, we have a starting amount of $5, so we put 5 there and we start adding the 50 cents. Okay, so after 1 mile you paid $5.50. After a second mile you paid $6 even, and it goes on and on. Okay, so I make my line, and actually while you do that, you might want to put $11.50 into your table under the money with a question mark. Okay. So 5 plus 0.50 times X equals Y. Okay. Write out the equation. And then Y is replaced with $11.50. And then I'll be able to find the X. See, that's a question mark. So $11.50 goes in for Y. Now we're solving for x, okay? It's got two operations on its side, a plus and a times. Highlight the times. You take out the 5 by minusing it. That's going to be $6.50 and then 0.50 times x. Then you divide each side, not by 50, you got to get the 0.50. That's going to be 13. So you went 13 miles to get to a cost of $11.50. Okay, last one. Tracy is looking at 2 travel agencies to plan her vacation. ABC Travel offers a plane ticket for $295 and a rental car for $39 per day. M&N Travel offers a plane ticket for $350 and a rental car for $33 per day. Approximate how many days it will take before M&N Travel is cheaper regarding the total cost. Okay, so you got dollars and days. Days is X, dollars is Y. So per, dollars per day. There's $2 per day amounts because we have the $39 per day and then we have another travel agency with $33 per day. So I put those both in here. And then I'm going to make 2 tables, okay? Remember, dollars is Y, days is X. Okay, now let's talk about the 39. So before the $39 per day, I see we had 295. So 295. Then I start adding 39. So 295 plus 39. 334 plus 39. 373. Okay, and then in the other table, okay, before the $33 per day, there was a $350 charge. So plus 33, and that's 383 plus 33, 416. So the costs are a little bit off, okay? Now we make 2 lines this time, okay? So if I have 2 tables, I really don't have a number to put underneath anything like that. I mean, I've identified everything in the problem. So equals Y equals Y. So the first Y started at 295, and we added $39 every day. So 39 times X, because X is a days. The second line had 350, and then we added $33 every day, so 33 times X. Now, we don't need a closing number. We get rid of our Y's because we want to find when these are equal. So on one side of the equation, I put 295 plus 39 times X. But instead of equals Y, we're going to look in the other line, and 350 plus 33X goes on the other side. Okay, now we solve the equation for X. Now there's X's on opposite sides. You got to take care of that problem, so you get rid of the smaller one. So you're going to have 295 plus 6X equals 350. Now you have X just on this side, okay? Plus and a times. You take out the number that's being added. So 350 minus 295 is 55. And you divide each side by 6. Okay, if you get that, just put 9 or 10. I don't care. 9 or 10, whichever you like better.